Hello everyone and welcome to the Mr. Rogers Homes Living in Arizona YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to review facts and figures for the Phoenix Metro housing real estate market. Information that you need to know, so stick around, don't go anywhere. Is the market shifting? It is. Is it bad news or good news? It sometimes depends on what side of the fence you're on. But in the end, we're going to cover all bases so you can make your best moves. Let's get this party started. New listings, 7,554. Last month, 6,946. Last year, 7,899. So down from last year, up from last month. I don't know if it's going to be a party up in here, but I would do my very best to keep the facts and figures for the Phoenix real estate housing market as interesting as possible. Also, I just like to say, sorry if the thumbnail and title were a bit on the gloom and doom side. I guess negativity sells, but overall, looking at the numbers for new listings and the rest of the numbers that we're going to go over, not so bad. Some potential sellers clearly are putting their houses on the market, and that's a good thing, which still leaves plenty of inventory. As you'll see as the video progresses, that we still have a decent amount of houses on the market already, and we'll get to that ASAP. But my point to the story, boy, I am trying to make it as quick as possible. It's good to see that more sellers are adding their houses to the market, and buyers are starting to gobble up some of these properties that were houses and now they're homes. So, in conclusion, for new listings, not so bad. If you're looking for your dream home, perhaps an investment property or a second home here in the Valley of the Sun, then our new mobile app is for you. It's fast, it's private, it's accurate. Best of all, it's free. Go ahead, give it a try. Active listings, 23,671. Last month, pretty much the same, 23,992. And last year, holy cow, 18,441. So a big increase from 12 months ago. Active listings. I won't dwell that much on it. You can see what the numbers are. We're about the same as last month. Last year, there was a lot less. It's really not good, bad, or indifferent because we're working on today forward, not today backwards. Oh, if you were wondering where my partner in crime, Jennifer, is, she's on a secret mission for the Mr. Rogers Homes team. She says hello and kindly requests that you click like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. She also has her fingers crossed that I don't make a disaster of these statistics with the Phoenix real estate market. I think so far so good. Knock on wood. Then again, we're only just beginning with this video. So wish me luck. Onward we go. I like what I'm seeing here. Closed listings, 6,377, up from last month, which was 5,316, and up from last year, which was 5,847. Why do I like seeing more closed listings, you may ask? Well, it's simple. Inventory is moving, coming and going, and that makes people happy. Sellers have sold their properties and buyers have found the home of their dreams or an investment property that fits a proper return on investment. All that being said, it's not gloom and doom, and I know I said it earlier. Many of the videos out there about real estate, especially here in the Phoenix metro area, are going to try to scare you into the sky is falling. It's not. When inventory increases, it's an advantage for one side, the buyers. There's more inventory and sellers know that buyers can take their time. When inventory starts decreasing, then what we have, well, supply and demand. Buyers know that inventory is getting scarce, homes on the market for sale, and sellers, well, if they're paying attention to real estate markets and statistics, videos, and the professionals, they know that they might be able to get more money for their property because there's less of them out there. So it's not end of days right now, or probably ever. And I can explain that a little bit more when we talk, whether you're a buyer and or a seller. Let's have a consultation because you know what? It's not one size fits all. Everybody has their own needs and wants when it comes to buying and or selling, upsizing, downsizing. We just have to find what best fits you, and then we move forward with a winning plan and accomplish that mission. The crowd favorite for both buyers and sellers. Average sales price, $570,598, up just a bit from last month, which was $569,202, down from last year, which was $578,254. Before I finish up with average sales price, I know you're dying to download the Mr. Rogers Homes app I just talked about, but please wait until the end. When you download it, in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see the word more. Click it. There you'll find free buyers, sellers, and a relocation guide. Enjoy, full of great information. Okay, average sales price. You can see over the last 12 months, it's holding its own, and that's a good thing. Yes, sellers always want to see the prices go through the roof, and buyers always want to see prices go into the basement. But the bottom line is this: when you're holding steady, everybody feels as if they got a good deal. And in the end, that's important. What might be more important is your sanity, a good roof over your head, and memories that you can make forever. Everybody knows that a buyer will become a seller will become a buyer most of the time. So that means that if it's even, everybody's doing okay. And sometimes you're the fly and sometimes you're the windshield, but most of the time you just want to get out thinking, yeah, I'm happy. Next we have, this one will be easy. Sold to list ratio, 97.3%. Last month, 97.3%, and 12 months ago, 97.8%. The old sold to list price ratio. I do believe this is the Phoenix real estate statistic that Jennifer gives us an explanation of. I'll do my best. If we were to list a property for $100,000 and we receive, or the sellers receive $97,000, then the sold to list price ratio was 97%. There's other factors that go into the bottom line, but that's a pretty accurate definition of what's what. We can also see by the numbers over the last 12 months for the sold to list price ratio, we're between 97 and 98%. That's a good thing. It's holding steady. Traditionally, once sellers put their property on the market, they like to get about the list price. Again, it's not always. I'll go with the 80-20 rule. Sometimes people have to move out of Dodge or get out of Dodge lickety-split, so they're going to take maybe less for their property, or their profit margin is so high that it's not going to affect them. And then others want every nickel they can get because they want it or they need it. My point being is that the sold to list price ratio is a reflection of what they actually got for their property based on what they listed it for. That's it. Don't want to complicate things. Wow, the good news keeps coming. Month's supply of inventory, 3.7. Last month, 4.5. Getting kind of high there. Last year, 3.2. I like to keep everything on a positive note, glass half full, as they say. When it comes to month's supply of inventory, and you guys that have been faithful, and thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for continuing to watch and support this channel, you know I'm going to say, I believe that a healthy inventory is somewhere between 2 months low and 4 months high, mean average 3 months. So if you look at last month, we were over the 4 months, and now we're back under the 4 months. So good news. On to the next very important piece of real estate information. Listing success rate, 66.8, up from last month, which was 60.2, and down from last year, which was 71.1. We are just flying through this information. Go team, go. But don't you go anywhere, because I'm counting on you to make it to the end. Strong finish here, team. Strong finish. Listing success rate. You can see we're just about 67%, which means that if there were 100 houses on the market, 67% of those homes would sell. I'm not a big fan of always using this statistic when I'm taking a listing, because it's more of a macro number, and I like to micro the number in when it comes to listings. In other words, I really will scope it in on the city and or town, maybe zip code, and if I really need to get in there with the sleeves rolled up, I'm going to look at the subdivision, and that really will give me a good picture of houses on the market or that have sold. That helps me move forward with a proper list price. Because ultimately, and I still believe in the 3 Ps, price, product, and promotion, you really want to dial them in if you're serious about selling your property. And most people that put their houses on the market are serious about selling them. I can't speak for everybody, but that's just my belief. And then on the flip side, when you see these numbers fluctuate. When they go positive one side, it's usually, I guess I'll say, a negative to the other side. So if houses are sitting on the market longer or this percentage goes down, you then would see buyers, well, putting in stronger offers that would benefit them more. And traditionally, I've said it numerous times, sellers want the most money possible, the least amount of repairs, and a move out date that best fits them. And buyers want, well, quite the opposite. They want to purchase the property for the least amount of money, get the most amount of repairs, and move in which best or when best fits them. But again, when you're hovering at even keel, everything is negotiable. I always joke and say rule number 1 in real estate, get it in writing. Rule number 2, everything's negotiable. As the saying goes, last but not least, average days on market, 85, slightly up from last month, which was 83, and significantly up from last year, which was 70. We did it, and I knew we would because we make a good team, and it's all about teamwork. Okay, days on market. You can see we're up from last month as well as up from last year. I'd like to see those numbers go down a little bit. No real reason for concern. And keep in mind that days on market represents how long it takes for a property to go under contract once it's listed, not how long it took the property to be sold. There's still a couple of steps that need to happen before the property is sold. Typically, if a buyer is taking out a loan, there's going to be an appraisal, so we make it past that. And sometimes there's a home inspection. Well, there should always be a home inspection. In fact, we just made a video about home inspections, very important. But the home inspection sometimes can come before or after the appraisal. And then once we're past those 2 steps, we're well on the way to the property being sold and buyers and sellers both being happy. One gets some money in their piggy bank and the other now has a home to make memories in. If you like this video, make sure you check out this one. I'll see you over there. Until next time, take care. God bless America. I'll talk to you soon.